Hello everyone. This is the 19th learning material in the lecture series of Programming in C language. This is our third module, Decisional Control Statement, and subsection that we will be discussing is the if-else statement. Let's begin with the module. Friends, in our previous learning materials, we learned about the simple if statement in C language. Now we will move further and study about the other conditional statement in C language. Now we will study about the if-else statement in C. Let's see some points about the if-else statement. Like most languages, C uses the keywords if and else to implement the decision control instructions. In case of a single if statement, compiler execute the block of statements when the expression following the keyword if is evaluated as true. But it does nothing when the expression evaluates the false. The if-else statement is designed to handle the false evaluation part also. The group of statements after the keyword if up to the else keyword is called as if block. Similarly, the statement after the else form the else block of the statement. Let's understand the flow and structure of the if-else statement. The if-else statement is an extension of simple if statement. The if statement will execute the statement if the expression is true. Otherwise, it will be skipped. However, in many cases, we require another statement to be executed if test expression is false. This is possible using if-else statement. Syntax for if-else statement is if in the opening closing bracket expression 1 inside the curly braces statement A, statement B, statement C, else statement D, statement E, statement F, and expression 2. If the test expression is true, then the true block statement will be executed. Otherwise, false block statement will be executed. This is illustrated in the flowchart of if-else statement in both cases. The control is transferred subsequently to statement expression 2. Let's learn some ways to use the if-else statement. After the keyword if and before the conditional statement, there must be a space bar entered. After the conditional statement, don't use the semicolon because in C language the meaning of semicolon is the end of the current line. There is neither conditional statement nor semicolon after the keyword else. Notice that the else is written exactly below the if. The statements in the if block and those in the else block have been indented to the right. This method of writing the program is popularly known as modular programming, and it is useful in understanding the flow of the program as well as debugging the errors. Each set of curly bracket is called as module. Now let's actually get the hands down on the programming. For this entire section, we will be following some common outline. In this activity, programmer have the freedom to choose any of the apps from the downloaded 2 apps. Depending on the apps, there are 2 different outlines. For all the programs that we will be discussing in this section, the lines written in the red color will be the same and is necessary to write for each program. Only the black colored lines will be different as per the requirement. We are going to discuss some example of the above discussed if-else statement. Here, let's see some examples of if-else statement. In the first example, we have initialized the integer type of location with name num. Then we have used the printf statement to ask the user to enter any value to know whether it is even or odd. Then we have used the arithmetic operator as expression 1 or test condition for the execution of the loop statement. If the test condition is true, then the statement block will be executed. That is, in the output statement, we will get the statement that the number is an even number. If the condition is false, statement block will be skipped and the false block statement will be executed. That is, in the output statement, we will get the statement that the number is an odd number. Look at the example given. When you enter the number 14, in the output we get the statement number 14 is an even number because the test condition num%2 equal to 0 is satisfied. So the loop statement will be executed. In the second example, when you enter the number 21, so in the output we get the statement the number 21 is an odd number because the condition num%2 equal to 0 is not satisfied. So the if loop statement will be skipped and the false block statement, that is the else part, will be executed. Let's move on to the second example of if-else statement. Students, now we will see one example of Armstrong number. An Armstrong number of 3 digits is an integer such that the sum of the cubes of its digit is equal to the number itself. In this particular example, we will see how to identify a number as Armstrong number using if-else statement. In this example, we have initialized 6 integer type of location with name num, small a, small b, small c, small d, sum. Then we have used the printf statement to ask the user to enter 3-digit number to know whether it is an Armstrong number or not. With the help of arithmetic operator and mathematical expression, we can fit into the logic of the program. This logic is simply used to separate the individual numbers of a digit. This part is already explained in the box method. Then we have used the equality operator as expression 1 or test condition for the execution of the loop statement. If test condition is true, the statement block will be executed. That is, in the output statement, we will get the statement that the number is an Armstrong number. If the condition is false, the statement block will be skipped and the false block statement will be executed. In the output statement, we will get the statement that the number is not an Armstrong number. Look at the example given. When you enter the number 371, in the output we get the statement the number 371 is an Armstrong number because the test condition sum is equal to num is satisfied, so the loop statement will be executed. In the second example, when you enter the number 471, so in the output we get the statement the number 471 is not an Armstrong number because the condition num is equal to sum is not satisfied. So the if loop statement will be skipped and the false block statement, that is the else part, will be executed. Use the apps and IDEs to write and run the programs discussed in this section. Here we have finished the hands-on part of this subsection.